play and call it work.
Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's Sit and Talk. I'm going to sit here for the next 30 minutes or so and just answer questions you left for me on the last Sit and Talk. That was Quirk, and next week will be Luca. So on this video on MiniWarGaming.com, you can leave comments or questions for Luca, and he'll read for you next week. Not here on YouTube. I think the comments will be disabled here on YouTube anyway, so go to MiniWarGaming.com to comment on the same video for your questions or comments. Mostly questions. And if you could address them as Luca the Dice, Mr. the Dice, Luca, or just the Dice. Mr. the Dice, Mr. the Dice. All right, so let's get right into the questions. However, actually, I'm going to point something out. This morning, my neighbor was cutting his grass, and my allergies have gone a little nuts, and it's throwing off my asthma. I'll try to control the... But it might be annoying in this video. Heads up. All right. Right away, E.M. Gooser. Steve, when is the next Chug-a-Mug? I don't know. We have been absolutely ridiculously busy. So the Chug-a-Mug episodes, the first two, were filmed last December. It took me a while to get time to edit them before we were able to upload them. And then since then, we had Adepticon, which really threw us off. And then we've been working on, well, I guess Age of Sigmar, you guys don't know, in the last few weeks. So there's been no time for me to actually film it. So if you want more Chug Mugs, the best thing you do is to spam Matthew's email, Matthew@miniwargaming.com, to free me up, and I will record more. I have a bunch of stuff hidden about the office for the guys to drink. I don't want to say because you might tell them, but I have a few areas where I have like really disgusting liquids hidden to record one right away. Again, also, for those who don't know what the Chug-a-Mug is, you can just Google Chug-a-Mug on MiniWarGaming and you'll find it. But if you know of any really weird quotes said in a bat rep at any time, previous, new, old, something one of us said that's really weird, you can send me the title of that video, bat rep, open vault, whatever it is. It could be a sit and talk. Send me the title of the video and the timestamp for what the thing was said, and I will get that in the future Chug-a-Mug. But yeah, I want more Chug-a-Mugs too. They're awesome to watch those guys throw up instead of me for a change. But yeah, spam Matthew's email. We'll make time for it somehow. Supreme Bravado. At Steve, can you rank MiniWarGaming crew in terms of painting acumen, including yourself? Wow. That won't cause controversy. There's no ego in this office. Okay, so right off the top, there's no point even denying Chris number one. Though I believe Lee has a lot of skill at advanced techniques as well. He just never gets to use them. Lee is the line painter. He doesn't have time to do intricate painting details. So he may be just as good or better. I don't know. He's too busy painting everything, whereas Chris has to paint like a model. Well, Chris has to paint like an arm a day, and Lee has to paint a regiment an hour. So it's hard to compare, but Chris has got some very serious technique and skill. Lee is just solid, fast painter. And then from there, who's left? Well, Josh doesn't paint, so we're not going to include him. Mike and Rob. Mike doesn't paint. Rob barely paints, but he does, and so does Erin. But she barely does. No, she paints quite a bit. So really, it's the other three. It's myself, Quirk, and Luca. I paint more than the other guys. I'll say that I paint a lot more than them. I don't know. We're all about the same. We're all painting for the camera. Just make it look good enough for the camera. If you look at half our models up close, they're not nearly as good as you think they are. The cameras make everything look a lot better. To the second part of your question, or the second part of your comment is, it's summer. So Baldur's Gate 2 or Divinity Original Sin streams/videos. So I'm assuming by that comment, I said in the summer, I'd record some more of those. And it's here, you're right, it's summer. I shall do so. Cullen is back, and we've actually talked. Currently the problem is right after work we keep going to get food at the same pub every night and not going home and play video games. But we discussed a couple nights ago about either Baldur's Gate 2. Actually, Divinity is actually up there, but it's probably not going to be that one. So Baldur's Gate 2 or Sea of Thieves we discussed as well. We'll probably do Baldur's Gate though. I just don't know when. It should be sooner than later. Honestly, the same reason why I haven't done Chugga Mugs, I've been so busy with a bunch of other projects. Like, I did an email type show on my channel where I explained that I've been so busy that I can't even paint all my own stuff anymore. So I have literally, I think it was 6 or 7 now, maybe just 6. 6 painting studios currently painting my stuff, and that's painful for me. I like to paint my own stuff. I have 6 projects out on the go being painted by other people for me. That's how busy I am, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make more time. The idea for me sending my stuff out to get painted is to make more time for the video games and stuff, more time for just goofy videos. So yes, I promise they're coming. I just don't know when. Like literally, so I've been playing. I haven't played in a few weeks, but I've been playing Conan Exiles with Owen from Gaming with the Cooler, and Hunter. You may know him from the Bunker. I've been playing with them. I stopped playing, but that was the last video game I played. Before that, the last video game I was playing before Exiles came out was the Baldur's Gate stream I did, I guess last winter. Was that long ago? So I haven't had time for video games at all. But yeah, they're coming because I need to take a break and start playing some games. And I went through Baldur's Gate with every class and probably most of the kits. Like I've beat the game so many times, and I'm more than happy to play it again. Though I haven't played Siege of Dragonspear yet, so I might do that first. I actually haven't really looked into it. I might actually figure out where in the storyline that game comes in, if I'll play it with Baldur's Gate 2 or separate. But either way, yeah, the games are coming. Colin and I will be in for sure. A couple other guys will be in. We'll see who has time. WB354 Steve, if MiniWarGaming staff had to fill a Battleforge detachment, I get that Matt and Dave would be your HQ slots. Not really. Probably not. Okay, let's assume they are. Which of the rest of the staff would fall into troops, fast attack, etc.? I don't know. I'm trying to think of weird jokes to put in here. Okay, so Chris will go into heavy support. Oh, most everybody else will be in the troops. Everybody's got their job to do, their soldiering to do. Fast attack, we're not a fast bunch. We're not very elite either. I think I'd fall into auxiliary super heavy detachment. But I got nothing for you there, bud. Matt would be a Lord of War. Yeah, he'd be a Lord of War. He's Gilliman. Oh, where did I leave off? Wait. I can read. I swear I can. Tabletop banter. Hello, Steve. Huge fan of your work in the old World War series. Long live fantasy. She's over. I have just started piecing together 1,500 points of a Lizardman list. My plan is to use no slan. Ooh, rough. Maybe Teto Echo, though, and run a really fun, beefy Old Blood. I have 18 Source Warriors, Spear and Shield, and plan to grab some Skink Skirmishers. Any tips for making a fun 1,500 point, 2,000 point starting Warhammer Fantasy Lizardman force? Yes. In the Lizardman book, stay away from each and every of the named characters, even Teto Echo. They are, for some reason, so over point costed, they don't make sense. Maybe, what's the... I forget his name. There's the one, the albino lizard. He has the big shield of eons, big jade shield, and he's all white. He's like 180 points, and he gives you stubborn. He's not bad. He's the only one worth considering. The rest of them are so over point costed by like more than 100 points over point costed each. I would stay away from all of them because you can make a similar or more efficient character just using regular stuff from the book for like every case. Really fun beefy Old Blood. Old Bloods are good. You can run them on foot. Super hard to kill and super killy. Throw them on a Carnosaur. So long as there's no cannons in the field, you're gonna do some work. 18 Source Warriors with Spear and Shield is how I started. I had 2 units of them as my core, but once 8th edition came along, I merged into one big blob of 30. So you want to get up to 30 Source Warriors. The perfect troop choices for, is it core? Wow, I'm brain farting. The perfect troop choice / core for Warhammer Fantasy Lizardmen is 30 Source Warriors, full command, and 2 units of 10 skinks with blowpipes. That's 500 points. There's your 25% for 2,000 points. It's a fantastic combat block, and the skinks are just, for me, an auto include. Anything for redirecting your opponent is such an auto include for Warhammer Fantasy. Playing without a slan, it's definitely doable. But Magic is so powerful in 8th edition that like if your opponent only brings a couple level 2s, you're fine. If your opponent brings level 4, you're gonna be missing that slan. Oh, I'm like scratching on you guys. I apologize. Zergler, I can't say your name, dude. Hi, Steve. First off, I'd like to thank you for lending your spirit to the Age of Mountain Dice. I got it at Adepticon. I think you just hit too many letters. For lending your spirit to the Mountain Dice, I got it at Adepticon, and helping my orcs shoot gooder. You're welcome, sir. Now I know you're a fan of Terminators, and in your review of the Death Watch book with Josh, he said that the mighty have the. Like I said before, I swear I can read. That they might have the best Terminators now. Looking at all the different ones, Grey Knights, Custodes, Tartaros, Blight Lord, etc. Which Terminators do you think are the best? Also, do you think of an all Terminator list works for any faction anymore? No, I don't believe it does. Though, we should point out that I'm not overly familiar with all the Terminators. I don't know what Custodian ones do. They may be fantastic. I just don't believe that 8th edition lends well to super small elite armies that have 0 mobility. I've seen Grey Knights in like on the table that not do well. Blight Lord, I think they ignored it. They have a like fleshy abundance, right? Or disgusting resilient, 5-up, ignore damage. So they might be pretty good, but they're also slow. Tartarus, they're a little faster, but again, only if I've been one, they're gonna die. No, I think the core mechanics of 8th edition, the fact that wounds are significantly more powerful than save. 30 grots is better than 5 Terminators. 5 Terminators like 250 to 300 points, depending on your Terminators. 30 grots is what, 90 points? Wounds are better than save in 8th edition. That's just it. So, if you want to talk fun, fluffy lists, I keep turning this off. Yeah, you can play with Terminators. But you're not going to, competitive list, not going to happen. Even a lot often, this is what's the disappointing part, I talk about this a lot. Often, even when you're playing narrative or open play or just the fluffy type lists and you bring Terminators, you're really hamstrung yourself, and it's really difficult to play even an entertaining game as your opponent just mows you down. There's so much AP that save is just useless. Wounds are better. Now, somebody's going to have a problem with the fact I said 30 goblins or grots are better than 5 Terminators. There's all kinds of math that you can use to disprove that, but I think you understand the point I'm trying to make. You got too many X's and Y's in your name. I'm not going to try. Hi, Steve. A couple questions. Are we ever going to see the Squiggers of the Dune fire the harpoon again? What drew you to the Kings of War, and why did you choose Orcs? I recently picked up a rulebook and have no idea what faction to go with. Are we ever going to see Squiggers of the Dune? No. Well, that particular warband has been retired. when we go back to, what's that game called? Gorka Morka, I will do a new Squiggers of the Dune army. And we'll just keep making new ones, factions. We'll have a new Captain Ahab Squigbeard. What drew you to Kings of War and why did you choose orcs? Okay, so I really love fantasy, Warhammer Fantasy. The game's over and it's time to let it die. I'm gonna keep playing it on my channel. People like it. I love it. But I want to go with a regimented game that is supported. And I've played I think 3 games of Kings of War. Maybe 4. No, I think it was just 3. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. It is not nearly as complicated as Warhammer Fantasy, but on the plus side, it's not nearly as complicated as Warhammer Fantasy. I think it's pretty solid. What drew me to the orcs? Not all the models are fantastic, but I dig the orc models from Mantic. I really do. And I've enjoyed orcs so much lately in Warhammer 40k, and I'd play orcs in fantasy Warhammer Fantasy right now if I could, but just don't have the army. I know, I'm starting to like the orcs. That's all. I just want to paint them. I want to make nice little orc dioramas. I have recently picked up a rule book. I have no idea what faction to go with. So honestly, it's different for everybody, but for me, it's what models do I want to collect, what I want to paint. Then I'll look at the rules and what they do. It's models first for me. So for you, what speaks to you? Look at the model line. What speaks to you? What looks cool? What do you want to move around the table? And go with that. Actually, if you have any fantasy armies, you can probably find a fantasy equivalent in King's War. Mac Hawk. Ask Steve. Make sure Quirk know what he lacks in. At Steve. Make sure Quirk know what he lacks in history knowledge. He more than makes up for in calculating harlequins. Honestly, truer words have never been spoken before. Let's read that one more time. Make sure Quirk know what he lacks in history knowledge. He more than makes up for in calculating harlequins. That probably means something very important. I'll make sure Quirk know what he lacks in history knowledge. He makes it. You type like I type. Frickin' peanuts. Steve, do you think 40k has lost some of its spice or flavor because of 8th edition? I do. I really do. I can write an essay on that. Don't get me wrong, I do like the new edition. So do I. I absolutely do. It just feels like it's not as dynamic and falls short when trying to capture the grim, dark battlefield. Again, I agree with you. Did I write this? I feel like we went from spicy curry that took some time to get enjoy, but had lots of different layers in 7th edition, to simple mashed potatoes, and everyone loves that one knot of mashed potatoes. Did you write the last comment too? I think I know what you're saying, and again, I agree with you. Hope my analogy isn't too weird. Just wondering your thoughts. Yeah. So, what do you miss from 7th that is not in 8th? I do not miss the formations at all from 7th. 7th is pretty much the only edition of Warhammer 40k I've ever really played. 8th is simpler. 8th is fun. 8th is streamlined. 8th has its problems, but every game does. And here's the problem with Warhammer 40k. It's a problem they're going to have for the rest of its life. The game is 30 years old. It has 30 years of evolution and bloat and model line and rules added to rules and units added to armies and armies added to games. It has 30 years of growth. It has grown so big and unwieldy that it's starting to lose itself. Warhammer Fantasy went through the exact same thing. Then they killed the game. I'm not saying they're going to kill 40k, but it looks like they're putting a lot of effort in Age of Sigmar. I think Age of Sigmar is the future of Games Workshop. And 40k will eventually die. I don't think it's going to happen in the next few years. I think 40k will eventually die. Age of Sigmar will take over, and then they'll come up with a new game. A new sci-fi game, or they'll reboot the universe, whatever. I think, yeah, 40k has gotten so big and unwieldy that it appeals to a wide audience for sure. And it is a fun game. It's a fantastic game, actually. I enjoy the models. I enjoy the game. I love the game. I'm not trying to criticize it. I'm actually 100% criticizing it. But it is what it is. It's big, it's old, it's unwieldy. It's lost a bit of itself. It has gotten so big and famous that it has lost a bit of himself. But yeah, I do agree with you. It's still a good addition. I really do. It's still a good game. But I personally miss the days of one HQ, two troop choices, and then you only had 3 elite, 3 fast attack, and 3 heavy support, all that kind of stuff. Now, the fact that you can literally bring whatever you want to the table, I think has opened up to a bigger audience, and definitely allows you, the game to sell more stuff. But it lost a little bit of it. It lost a little bit of itself. You need structure and restrictions in a game. Well, I do, to really enjoy it. Because they took that essentially out of the game. Supreme Command, Outrider, Vanguard, Spearhead, all these things have compounded to make a big mess of imbalance. 40K can never be balanced in its current. No game can ever be perfectly balanced, but 40K cannot be even remotely considered a balanced game with its current structure system. And that's a little disappointing, but at the same time is, with 30 years of bloat and model growth and evolution of rules and model lines, I couldn't write it better. I couldn't do a better job. I'm not trying to say like, oh, it should change from. I don't know how to fix it. I just know it's not quite there. And does it even need to be fixed? I lost my spot. Little rocker dude, at Steve, I love the idea you had going with the playing a beginner Tau list. Oh my goodness, I want to do Tau so bad. And Matt's learning AOS idea. Start a series for 2nd edition AOS, 40K if y'all want to also, on the start collecting boxes and teach us how to play in an escalation way. Start out the box with 500 to 750 point games, move on to 1,000 to 1,250, and so on until a regular 2,000 point game is built. Going off my local Warhammer store, in that they are going to teach us in a way until we have a full-blown 2,000 point tournament. Oh wait, until we have 2,000 point tournaments down the road. So I think you're gonna be happy with what we have planned. We don't have exactly what you said planned, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna do exactly what you said in the future. We have a bunch of learning to play Age of Sigmar videos coming up. And I can definitely see us most likely, or at least probably, doing these start collecting videos. I have a bunch of ideas for them. So yeah, you're probably gonna get everything you want here. But either way, you're gonna see a tremendous amount of AOS coverage from MiniWarGaming yesterday. It started yesterday. On MiniWarGaming.com and on YouTube. And on Facebook.com/MiniWarGaming. We have more time? We have more time, right? Yeah, we keep going. Hi Steve, any chance of more narrative videos from you and Mitch, but including Quirk? Really love all your videos. No. It's hard enough to get 2 people in a room, let alone 3. Yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, there's a chance. I just don't see it in the future. I actually haven't played a game with Mitch in forever. I should contact him. Yeah, you know what? You just let me think and contact Mitch. But yeah, I'll try to get Mitch in some videos real soon. He does some pretty fun narratives. But getting Quirk involved in it as well, like it's like I can, because if I'm doing it for my channel, right? Like I have Mitch come in for a game and I have Quirk come in for a game. These 2 guys are doing me a favor. I'm not paying these guys, right? They're doing me a favor. I have Mitch come in and do a game. I have Quirk come and do a game. I can have 2 videos. I can have them both come at the same time and do 1 video. I'd rather get more. It's weird. We've talked about this like from a MiniWarGaming standpoint, where you don't have too many content producers in a video because you have to pay people. We all work here. We all have homes and stuff. We have to pay our bills, so we all get paid, and we can't always be in the same room working together. So yeah, I'd love to get more people in the videos. I want to do more Triumph and Treachery, but then I have to get a room full of people to volunteer, come in for a day, which is not that hard, but harder than most people think. Belthazar87, that's Steve. What are your thoughts on specific Stormhost rules for Sigmarites like Celestial Vindicators and such? Would you use them? I hope that they hold off on that Unless they already have those rules. I don't know if that exists. Does that exist? Does Stormhold, they do, what's it called? Stormhold's rules exist? Oh yeah, it does. I think, right? I'm not very familiar with Stormcast rules, to be honest with you guys. If it's like chapter tactics for Space Marines in 40k, more is good, but too much leads to 8th edition where it is right now. I don't have enough information to talk intelligently about this topic. Would I use them? Probably. What do I think about them? I haven't read them. I've never cracked open the Stormcast Journals Battle Tome. They don't speak to me. I like my Seraphon. Maylin at Steve, what do you think of Wild West Exodus? I've been really enjoying the Bat Revs. I love that game. I just ordered the Deadly 7. I was debating on ordering the Deadly 7 or the Wayward 8. I finally decided on the Deadly 7 because they were in stock. They just came in actually they came in yesterday. They're sitting on my desk. I already found a guy who's going to paint them for me. I'm going to mail them out today. And as soon as they get back, I'm going to get some games with them. Josh does the Lawman. Luca's looking at the Enlightened. Rob, our editor, he has the Warrior Nation, and he also has some of the Union as well. Somebody else has some around here. Oh, and I actually have a bunch. But either way, I played the game at Adepticon and fell in love with it over there. So yeah, I think everybody should try it out at least once. It's simple. It's fast. The models are solid. That's the big thing for me. The models are solid. I love models. But yeah, it's a good game. I enjoy the game. I don't know if there's anything more to say about it because I've only played. I played 2 games on camera. One Adepticon and one. I've played 4 games ever, so I've barely played, but it's fun. I have nothing but positive things to say about Wild West Exodus. I'm gonna go answer the rest of these questions in the MiniWarGaming vault right now. So this video is over. You can leave comments on this video for Luca for next week. Remember to address him as Luca or Mr. the Dice or Luca the Dice, because that's just the Luca the Dice. Anything you want to ask him. Now, if you're not already a Vault member, you can click the link below that's going to be in the description to get yourself a 7-day free trial to watch me answer more questions at about this same energy level because, again, my sinuses are killing me and I'm having trouble breathing. But in the Vault right now. Thank you for watching, everybody. Happy wargaming.